everyone, welcome back to another book review. So today I'm going to review A Curse of Ash and Embers, Tales of the Blackbone Witches Book 1 by Jo Spurrier. This is, as I said in my haul, it says A Dead Witch, A Bitter Curse, A Battle of Magic. And this is an uncorrected reading copy, so I'm hoping it's okay to be doing the review on this because I haven't heard back. So yeah, so I'll read the back of the book and then I'll go into a bit of a description. I'm going to try and keep it spoiler free, but I will say I really loved this book. It was amazing. I loved it and I didn't want to put it down, but I had a few days where I had other stuff I had to do and I couldn't read and it killed me. But yeah, so this one says, some people knit socks by the fire at night. Geisha Blackbone made monsters. But the old witch is dead now, and somehow it's Elodie's job to clean up the mess. When she was hired at Black Oak Cottage, Elodie had no idea she'd find herself working for a witch, and her acid-tongued new mistress, Aleida, was not expecting a housemaid to turn up on her doorstep. Geisha's final curse has left Aleida practically dead on her feet, and now with the huge monsters roaming the woods, a demonic tree lurking in the orchard, and an angry warlock demanding repayment of a debt, Aleida needs Elodie's help whether she likes it or not, and no matter what the old witch throws at her, to Elodie, it's still better than going back home. So, pretty much this book is to do with, Elodie basically is a country farm girl, and basically she's sort of used as a slave to her mum and her new stepfather after her mum remarries when her dad dies, and basically she's used to care for the kids and do the cooking, do the washing. She's not allowed to go out to fairs or outside the house at all. She's not allowed to go to school. And so a letter actually comes in the mail saying that she's been hired to be a servant of the mistress of Blackbone Cottage. And so she sets out only to discover basically that her parents didn't put out for the job, and the mistress Aleida, I keep getting confused between the name. I looked up the correct spelling and everything. But yeah, basically her new mistress has no notice of this notice going out, and so it's a mystery as to why she was brought there. But pretty much she becomes the servant of the mistress at Black Oak Cottage, and she actually discovers that the mistress is actually a witch, and she's kind of thrown into all sorts of different, I guess, new things that she didn't believe in before she found it. She finds out things about monsters and witchcraft and, I guess, mythical creatures and sprites and all of those sorts of things. And she realizes that at the same time, whilst this new life is hard, at the same time she is free, and she doesn't want to go back to her parents because of the fact that basically she was trapped there and was basically being used as a servant or a slave. And so she feels that anything's better than there. Her new mistress is offering for her to, I guess, go somewhere else, but I won't go into details because I don't want to spoil things. And Elodie keeps turning it down because she realizes, whilst it's not the exact freedom she thought she would have, it is freedom in ways. So she decides to stick around, and in the end they basically, I guess, defeat some of the issues and some of the problems, but at the same time, I guess, I'm still trying to work out how to phrase this. At the same time, there is still other issues that need solving, and problems that need fixing, and so our book kind of ends leaving us as to, I guess, not a huge cliffhanger, but a bit of a cliffhanger to lead on to the next book in the series when it happens. And so pretty much my thoughts on it was it was a really good book. It was a nice, by the time I actually read it, in total, if I'd spent the total days, it would have been around 4 days, 4 or 5 hours a day reading it. I'm a bit of a slowish reader, so I still really enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep working on reading more books because it's been a while since I've been able to do this, and I'm loving it. And yeah, so in my opinion, it was, I guess, not a high fantasy, but a fantasy. So it's fantasy in the, I guess, as they say, a dead witch, a bit of curse, a battle of magic. So that brings in the fantasy side of things, and the monsters roaming and the witchcraft, and that brings in the fantasy. But at the same time, it also takes you into like an old style, I guess, country setting with like old houses that are falling down or a bit worn out, and like wood cottages, stone cottages, thatch roofs. So it sort of brings in a bit of that old style feeling from days before we had modern technology, before we had modern houses, modern buildings, and before buildings were made out of cement and plywood and all of that. They were made out of actually log timber and cement or stone floors, not cement floors. And yeah, so all in all, I really enjoyed this book. I'm trying to think of things to say that don't spoil it, but pretty much Aleida comes to rely on Elodie a bit, because Elodie is, well, I guess she's a servant, but also the fact that Aleida isn't well. So I'll just say she isn't well. And so Elodie is the one that's sort of there trying to help her to get better and fix herself up and help out with chores and things that need doing around the place, and works on getting food from the villagers because they're scared of Aleida. And so pretty much Elodie is our main character, but Aleida heavily resides in the story as well. And I actually enjoy the relationship that kind of forms between them. It's like there's times where they're grumpy with each other, times where they snap at each other, times where they're friendly with each other and help each other out, times where they do things they don't really want to do, and where Aleida basically calls her mistress side of things over Elodie because Elodie doesn't want to do it. And yeah, Elodie has a bit of a temper at times as well. And so yeah, it's an interesting sort of relationship between them, but it works and it's really enjoyable to read about. And so yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sure I will get better as time goes, so bear with me. I will get better at this as we go, because this is kind of a new thing that's kind of different to the review books in the fact that I'm not explaining how I'm doing the art things. I'm trying to summarise and recite the book as I go without spoilers, because I really don't want to spoil this for people, because I find myself I don't tend to watch videos with spoilers just because I don't want to have the book or the story spoiled on me. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe and comment, and I will see you later. Bye.